actually doesn't look too bad. It's a little blurry. We'll see if we can't adjust this. That's as good as it's getting for now. Cool. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Hello. What's going on, guys? decided to put my Order of Illumination Resolutes together first. This is the second box of them. I'm running 2 units for the tournament. I put the other unit together the other night during a 3-player game with some buddies. I have a steamroller coming up this weekend, which I'm actually using this list in, so we'll see how it goes. The list itself I actually got from the Line of Sight gentleman. He recently took it to a tournament in, I believe he brought it to LVO, and then the Thornwood Throwdown. That's what it was called. I knew the name was in there. I don't know about anyone else, but I always use accelerant. I know I have a couple friends that are like morally against it. They feel like it's cheating. But for a guy like me with very little patience, hey, it definitely is worth every penny. So I'm starting with the leader anyway. These guys are relatively easy to put together, which is a nice change. I've been putting together cavalry for my Vlad 3 list for like a week now. I can only stomach doing 1 cavalry a night. Otherwise I just rage because cavalry is such a headache. Such an unbelievable headache. Fun to play, but oh my god, is putting cavalry together borderline not worth it. There we go, got the leader put together, not too bad. Oh boy. I'm going to assemble them all first and then I'll put them on their base. I find it easier that way. I think my first and most immediate goal will be getting a better camera resolution. I know if I go closer to the camera it gets better, so maybe I can zoom in a little. That seems better. Let's try that. It's pretty close, but I think I can work like this, so I'll just take a minute to adjust. Sorry for all the camera movement, but hey, that's why this is a test stream, right? The Resolutes seem so good. I'm using them in both lists I'm playing, actually. I'm playing Striker 1 and Striker 2. Striker 1 is going to be using 2 units of Resolutes, 2 Morrowind Archons, 2 Thamarite Archons, 1 Advocate, Thamarite Advocate that is, 6 Morrowind Battle Priests, 3 on each unit of Resolutes. And then I'm using I haven't decided. It's either going to be 2 Devastators or a Gallant and something, because Blockader's sold out, of course. I went to grab one and they back ordered. So I'm leaning towards 2 Devastators just to hunker down in zones, and they're like impossible to damage under Striker's feet. So the Striker 2 list has 1 unit of Resolutes and a unit of Legion of Lost Souls because they're so damn good. Yeah, Archons are good. I think I own 5 Archons now. I own 2 Morrowind Archons and two Morrowind Archons, 2 Thamarite Archons, and the Midnight Archon. And the Midnight Archon's beautiful. I took a picture of it and put it on my Instagram. I did not paint it though. I am a horrible painter. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't have much experience painting, let me put it like that. So that's going to be one of my first tasks when I start streaming more, is learning to paint. Well now, it appears we are missing a couple guns. Really? That just makes me sad. Gun. Sword. Nope, not missing guns, I'm just missing 2 arms. Well then. I guess we'll put together what we can and we'll be going to this tournament a couple of armless wonders. No. Yeah, just missing the open hand. What the hell? That's too bad. I'm not one of those people that smash Privateer Press for their for any mispacks though. It's gotta be hard coordinating everything for those models, and everyone knows they don't actually put them together themselves, so it's whatever factory they outsource from, right? So I try and give them the benefit of the doubt on everything. Well, Rune-wise, when I start painting, you can jump on and give me some tips then, because that's 100 times more experience than I have. I'm debating between starting with Scorn or... Oh, what was the other guys? Scorn or... Everblight, that's who it was. Everblight. So, I bought both P3 paint packs just because I wanted to keep it simple for my first time. And we'll see how that serves me anyway. I think according to this, the sword's supposed to sit like that, I think. What colors did you do for your Menoth? I'm pretty traditional. I like my white and red personally. But some people have some really cool color schemes that make me jealous that I'm not creative. I am pretty hyped to run these guys, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I didn't know metals were done in-house. That makes me kind of sad. If you can't tell, there's a slight delay between your messages and my replies. That's just the way Twitch works, unfortunately. I try and hit you back as soon as I can, as soon as I see your message. That way there's not too big of a delay. I'm going to take a quick look on the floor to make sure I didn't drop anything, but I think that was pretty good. I have to put in a parts rec for some other stuff anyway, so... Oh, darn. Doesn't want to stick. Hey, I'm all about those Menoth stock colors, so it's all good. Yep, just got the 2 guns for their backs, and then we're gonna base these guys, and then I might put together Nemo too. I'm going to take a second here and play around with the camera a little, see if I can't get a better angle. There we go, that looks like it might be a bit better. Ooh, that's nice. So everything's white and red, and then your extras are done in Reclaimer black? Believe it or not, I actually know what Reclaimer black is, even based on my painting track record. My buddy did a all dark Menoth theme, and it actually turned out really well. Missing bits are even worse when you have a 1-year-old running around. You're just like, did I just leave that on the floor for my kid to find and choke on? So every night after I'm done assembling, I always comb over the carpet just in case. I don't know if it's fear of the kid or fear of the wife. I shouldn't say that. My wife's pretty cool. She's understanding. I have a whole room to myself for this, so. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick look to see if I can't spot some arms, but I don't think so. That would have heard those bad boys fall. It appears I am missing 2 Resolute arms. That is okay. So let's just get these suckers on bases, and then we'll put together, we got dual Thamarite Archons to put together next. I'm waiting for a few more models to come in, and then I will be doing, I will be streaming some games. Nothing, I don't think we're going to do competitive at first. I think I'm going to do just some casual stuff with some friends. Some fun armies, because this will only be my second steamroller ever I'm going to, so I don't really want to put my foot in my mouth pretending to know what the meta's like. But maybe down the road I'll build into some meta stuff. I'm really just doing this as like a hobby now. I play a few other, one other tabletop game that I stream for, and eventually I'd like to turn it into a part-time job so I could stay home with the kid, but you know, that's the dream, right? So can't blame a guy for trying. If only we weren't missing the arms, these guys would be done. They are relatively easy to put together. Let's hope the Thamarite Archon follows suit. I know the Morrowind Archon wasn't so bad. Perfect. Good to know my Facebook posts are working. This is the first stream, and I've been trying to engage the community with as much as possible. I crowdsourced my name through everybody. I gave a bunch of options, and someone actually suggested this name, so I went with the superior suggestion. I'm not above listening to someone that's smarter than I. And I think I'm going to put another post up asking people what kind of content they'd like to see. Because I have noticed there's lots of battle reports, but a distinct lack of content, so I usually have a few nights a week to do this. My wife tends to get up and go to bed early, so it leaves me lots of hobby time. There we go. Our 5 Resolutes are done. Let's move on to the Morrowind Archon, or the Thamarite Archons. these be as easy as the Morrowind Archon. It doesn't look too bad. We have hard resin, which was a complaint some people had. The wing tips are a little soft, but that's nothing. Oh yeah, nice hard resin. Oh, this shouldn't be too bad. Only a couple pieces. Hopefully no missing pieces. And compared to the cavalry I've been dealing with, the amount of flash on this is minimal. I have to be careful with cutting stuff. I've accidentally snipped a few pieces off that weren't supposed to be snipped over time. They definitely don't come with clear and obvious instructions. I always gotta watch. Oh yeah, that one went flying. As I was about to say, I always gotta watch what I cut off too, because that goes flying into the carpet for my kid to find as well. There we go, nice and flat. And the stats on these things seem beastie. Where does this go? Have the other, like that. And we gotta trim some of the flash off this bad boy. Oh really? Does Games Workshop drop a lot of videos? I never, this is the only actual, I don't want to call it tabletop because the other game I play is tabletop, but I guess like assembly / hobbies mini game that I play, tabletop game that I play. The other game I play is called HeroClix. It all comes pre-assembled and painted and whatnot, so it's just pull them out of packs and play. Oh, that's what it is. There's a bit of flash on the top, making a gap for me. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. That's what we needed. Perfect. What about you, RuneRise? What kind of content do you want to see? Because I'm always open to suggestion. I'm just going with assembly now because I figured it was a good way to kick things off since I need these for the tournament this week. And eventually I have a buddy that's decent at painting. He's going to come on and do some hobby hangouts with me. He's going to try and teach me the ways. Oh, the Dungeons and Dragons mini game was really good. I had a brief foray into that before I discovered HeroClix. I'm sad that it is no longer. I wonder why Dungeons and Dragons isn't still around. Was it a popularity thing? Did they power curve it too much? But I definitely found that game amazing. Okay, this is always the fun part, wings. Attach them together. Yeah, HeroClix used to be my competitive game of choice. I qualified for nationals the last 2 years. I'm half qualified for nationals this year. But with the whole virus thing, I don't know if I'm going. It's sad, but hey, gotta think of the kid and my wife, right? That's not too bad. No, yeah, we're going up. Cool. Yeah, I know they kept making the minis. I just don't get why you can't play them in a combat game anymore. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, and actually, WizKids, the same people that do the do HeroClix, does the D&D minis. I don't know if they did originally or not, but I know they do now. Yeah, these Archons are going together easily. Why can't Cavalry be this easy? I should be careful what I say. I might jinx myself here. There we go. I'm just going to hold that bow in place for a minute. It might be licensing. Yeah, that makes sense. I know that WizKids has a lot of licensing issues. They fight with DC Comics all the time for HeroClix. You get 4 Marvel sets in a year to one DC set, which makes me sad. Marvel's cool and all, and it was nice when the movies were coming out, but you know, it'd be nice to have balance. This is the last arm, and then the quiver, and then attach it to its base, and we're done. That was relatively simple. It's a beautiful model. I'm not looking forward to trying to paint this. Where does that quiver go? Let's look at the box. Reference the box. Looks like on the hip/back. Right here. Yeah, it looks like it hangs out right on there. Sure. Let's do that. I did not expect these to go together this easy. We might actually get on the big boy tonight. I got myself an Emo 4 to put together. I think he's actually going to be pretty good with the Order of Illumination Resolutes once I get some practice with them. I don't really know meta though, so I could be wrong. But I know that Nemo, with his one spell, can bring a unit or a grunt back to a unit, and the Resolutes can be healed. So Nemo can bring back a Resolute, and then the mechanics guys that are with them can heal them. So there's a little something there for synergy. Yes, shiny Nemo. I'll have to check out the Privateer blog. I haven't watched too much of their stuff, admittedly. There we go. We got one Archon done. That was pretty simple. Let's bang off the other one. And then we'll get to the big boy Nemo. Come on, no more missing parts tonight. We got the body, we got the skirt, we got both arms, the leg, the bow, and both wings. We are good to go. I'm still kind of sad about the missing arms. So I've been playing about 2 months. I've really kind of fallen into this game steeply. I went from playing one faction that I got really cheap, which was Signar, which is still kind of my main tournament faction, to now I have 5 factions and quite a large amount of each. I currently sport Signar, Trollbloods, Menoth, which Menoth is one of my favorite factions. I played briefly in Mark 1, probably from Mark 1 till Mark 2 came out. And then the game kind of died off in my city, so took a little break, and now I own 5 in less than 2 months. But yeah, Menoth was always one of my favorites back in the day, so I acquired them. And then I have Scorn now and Legion. Yeah, I could see you healing a lot of Bastions that way. Tristan Durant is good for that trick too. He can heal a bunch. If they're not dropping Bastions, he comes in, heals them up, and it becomes a problem. But yeah, they definitely lose on scenario for being slow. I never thought of using that with Harby though. That's pretty awesome. I do love myself some Harbinger. If I wasn't going to play this Flames list, I actually had a Harbinger scenario-based list to try out. My buddies always wanted to try Gators. What do you think of them? Are they strong? I had Grimkin for a brief period of time, but I just didn't like how limited their lists felt. Like, I know they're strong, but they just have so few models that I felt like I was always building with the same few models. And for me, someone that likes to get creative with builds, that's not really a fun feeling. Uh-oh, stuck my hand to the Archon. There's a little fluff down in here that I'm trying to figure out how to deal with. The other one did not have this. I mean, I could probably just scrape it off with a butter knife. Since, like a dummy, I lost my file somewhere. Put the good old wings on next. Do gators and pigs team together? Is that a thing? My buddy played the pigs against me the other night, and they seem pretty strong. I was actually running Menoth in that game. I ran Fiora 2, a full unit of Flame Guard Cleansers, a full unit of the Temple Flame Guards. I apologize, I can't remember their name. Pyrus, the named Temple Guard there. And Fiora's Jack. And the good old Crusader. And I did pretty well. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I did not know the Gators were all, or the minions were all one thing now. Interesting. I know my buddy picked up the pigs because the pigs just started working with the Troll Bloods, and that's one of his main factions. Alright, only a couple pieces left. Oh, damn it. I missed a piece of flash. Moving too fast on this. Yes, I read the Henge Scroll every day. Actually, that Vlad 3 army I was talking about when I first started the stream, I bought Vlad 3 and 4 boxes of cavalry because of that damn Henge Scroll. It was like the sweetest thing ever. I want to know, have you read it? I don't want to spoil anything on you about the Pyrus thing. Oh, too much glue there. Take that off. Yeah, the Ride of the Horse Lords. And I bought all the horses. Just like, here, local game store, take $400 of my money so I can have horses. Thank you. The owner even asked me, they're like, are you sure you want to do this? I was like, you didn't read that scroll. I want to know if Pyrus actually hit Fiora. I am going to be super bitter if Fiora kills Krios. Like, good God, will I be angry. I love myself some Krios. Exemplars, like when I said I played Menoth back in Mark 1, Exemplars were my shit. So, if that bitch Fiora kills Krios, I swear to God, I'm rioting. I wonder if Pyrus actually dies. It'll be interesting. I know, I don't want to hear about Gunborn. Give me more Pyrus, like, let's hear about the Menites, come on. Speaking of Menites, they, like, announced Harbinger coming to the Hengehold fight, and we haven't heard anything else about that either. I want to know what Floaty's doing. I also want to know who are the Menite Archons with her. Because I thought it was pretty cool that one of the Thamarite Archons had, or not Thamarite, one of the Morrowind Archons had Striker's face. That's pretty cool, so I want to know kind of who the rest of them are. Alright, just the quiver and the base, and this one is done. Yeah. Sevi was one of my favorite casters when I wasn't playing Exemplars. I was really sad when I came back to the game to discover that they changed Death Sentence. And Mark, I assume you played at Mark 1 because you said you've been waiting for 15 years. But do you remember when Death Sentence was just like anything with Death Sentence on it gets hit automatically and not just a reroll? I actually just got my Menoth stuff in the mail this past week. And I read Sevi 2 for the first time and like almost fell out of my chair. The idea of Sevi giving the, oh, I can't remember what it's called, but can spend a focus to not be hit by an attack seems super strong. Alright, there we go. Twin Thamarite Archons are done. Yeah, I could see that. But you know what? I was reading Harbinger the other day because, like I was saying, I was debating on running her for a tournament. And as soon as I read her and Martyr with some of the other stuff in the faction, I was immediately like, okay, we're building scenario. Instantly 3 units of Initiates of the Wall, 2 of those Allegiant to the Fists, and just sit them on stuff and make people beat my armor and defense skews and laugh. Dragon Wildfire, are you talking about the Thamarite Archons? Because yes, they are. I thought the Morrowind Archons were sweet, but these are 10 times better. I'm not looking forward to painting them, but yeah, as for sculpting, absolutely gorgeous. But now we're building the big boy. Sevi. Or not Sevi. Jesus, you got my mind on Sevi now. Nemo. He's heavy. Holy. What? This is the second time you've said it. Excuse my noobness. What is SR? Damn it. I'm missing more parts. 2 out of 4 boxes tonight were missing parts. The mechanic guys that came with Nemo don't have any bases. I got Nemo's base, but I got no small bases for the mechanic guys. Sad face. Oh well. Nice email to Privateer Press. Oh, Steamroller, that makes sense. Derp. It's hard to stream and use the thinking portion of your brain at the same time. That's just my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, no, that list seems very strong. Here, I'll open it up and I'll read out what I was gonna play. War Room. The Faithful Masses. Alright, add Harbinger Hierophant, of course, to healer for when she martyrs. Indictor, Devout, and Vigilant. Devout to take shots, Vigilant to give her walking cover because she's squishy. 2 Allegiant Order of the Fists, just to clog lanes and sit on scenario and be hard to kill. The next 16 points I was going back and forth. I couldn't get my hands on Menite Archons, so I put in 2 Champions Order of the Wall. And then I have High Paladin, Dart and Villamon, and 2 Paladin Orders of the Wall. I did end up getting 1 Menite Archon, so I threw it in there. I threw Anastasia Debray because I like going first, and she's really helpful for that, and another high defense model to kill. And then Idrian Skirmishers and their unit attachment, just to give me some guns. And 3 units of Initiates of the Wall. Just to be able to sit on scenario and tell people to come at me. So, I don't know. I haven't got much testing in with it, but it seems legit. I'm trying to figure out how this bad boy goes together. Aha. Yep, that goes on top, so there's a piece of flash that isn't supposed to be there, and this piece goes on the bottom somehow, I think. This is interesting. I do not understand this model whatsoever. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's how it goes. Okay, that makes more sense. Holy hell, is this a giant box of plastic. You could put this in a sock and beat someone to death with it. That's intense. Trigger Debray with Idrians in range. Wow, 22 inches of threat. Nope, didn't even cross my mind, but now I'm gonna be thinking about it. That's pretty gross. Alright, let's start assembling this giant piece of plastic. I'm just trying to make sure everything fits nicely together. I'm gonna have to cut off this piece of flash here. Oh my god, yeah, you could totally sockjack someone with this thing. Good god. I did not expect it to be this hefty when I picked it up. But Nemo is one of my favorite Signar casters, so it had to be done. And he brings a lot of interesting jank. You can bring in a solo of 5 points or less from the faction you're playing into the game, but it can be off theme. You can bring in any warjack that he can field, so you can bring a what the hell, Convergence Jack into Signar, which I have some plans for. I kind of want to use an Assimilator to shoot something to then give Striker a longer threat range. Striker 2, that is. Because his assassination range will then go from a 17 to a 19, which is just heinous if you can pull it off. It also gives some of Signar's slower jacks, if you run them, like the Centurion and stuff like that. They're pretty resilient, hit hard, but they're slow as Cawdor. So you can bring them in, and the assimilator gives them 2 extra inches if it hits something, which can be pretty useful. People not expecting to get piston speared. There we go, that fits together nicer. Look at that. Just like a clamshell. That's so hefty, man. Yeah, I haven't taken a look at much of the cross-faction theme stuff. Like, Nemo brings a little bit, but the Warriors of the Old Faith, just Vlad and all his horses, so good. Alright, now where do I want to glue? Alright. This bad boy is going to take some glue. I'm actually kind of impressed I got all this done tonight. And I appreciate you keeping me company. I've really enjoyed shooting the shit with you while I get to build these. It's a nice change from just watching Netflix and building some models. That should be enough glue for those giant piece of plastic. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, if I ever want to pull them apart, that'll help. So, let's give them a little blast on either side. Maybe just take this away a little bit. There we go. Kind of a stickler for glue coming out of the side. So, just kind of removing a bit of that. Have you tried the, I think it's called Warriors of the Old Faith, the Khador one? With any of your Menoth goodies, or what? Just trimming some of these down so they look more regular. When I was putting together some of the cavalry, I started with Vlad 3, and his model is horrible to put together. Like, oh my god, is it horrible. His cape wasn't meeting his, oh, there we go, that's how that fits together. His cape wasn't meeting together properly with his shoulders. Everything just kind of fits together just a little weird. Yeah. Now, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's competitive as far as investing in Khador. Like I said, I only did it because of that damn henge scroll. They preyed on my consumerist urges. They done good. Whoever's writing them scrolls should get a promotion. Made them money for sure. Alright, so how do we want to do that? So that's going to fit on right there. Yeah, right there. So we want some glue in that lip, and that should be good. And then we got the main part of the body done anyway. Can't believe I can't do those mechanic guys tonight. Oh, that makes sense. And I take it Vlad, he's been out for so long that he was before digital sculpting. You got a ton of random knowledge. It is super impressive. I was debating on... So my list right now is... Vlad 3, either 2 units Avengers or 1 unit Avengers, 1 unit of Iron Fang Ulans, and then 1 unit of the... Oh, and then 2 units of the Grey Lord Outriders, or you go one unit of Ulans, 2 units Avengers, or 2 units Avengers, 1 unit of Ulans, and then you can fit in one of the Kadorian battle engines in there. And I think I would run the Grey Lord one personally. Or the Winter Guard, sorry, not Grey Lord. There we go. Fit him in there nicely. This piece does not want to stick. It is not playing nice. No, it is not. Oh, there we go. Done. The hulking mass of metal is together. And we just got his wings, and then we gotta figure out how to put this jerk on his base. Which side does this one go on? I think this goes this way. Yeah. If you do figure out a good Warriors of the Old Faith list, feel free to drop me a line. I like playing other people's lists. I consider myself more of a pilot than a builder, so I'll always take the help. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like flared out from it. I thought they were straight back. That looks way cooler. One more wing to go. Give that a little pre-spray, because sometimes that's easier when you're doing it solo. There we go. Nemo himself is finished. That's pretty solid. And no, I wasn't making a pun there. It just came out that way. So. Now, how do I attach this guy to the base is the question. Do I have him like tilted up? And that's not the worst actually. Right back on these like little rocker pieces. This is the one thing that I lack, is being good at attaching stuff to the base, as stupid as that sounds. If I do it like this, he like points up a little. Yeah, those Magic Frost ponies are amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you on that one. And if you run them with Vlad 3, you can put Hand of Fate on them. And then you get your choice of the 3 dice there. Which in my opinion makes them way better. I'm a little OCD with making sure things are straight on the base. That looks good. Let's give it a spray and leave it for a minute as we chat. Hopefully that's good. We got some shit done tonight. Man. Oh, I guess I still have... Awesome. Thanks for checking out the stream, man. Have yourself a good night. And I'll talk to you next time. I'm just going to finish this Nemo up here, and then I'll probably call it a night myself. Might try and port this video to YouTube right away just to get the YouTube content going for anyone that can't join in on the live stream. And other than that, I think I'm going to just go practice some deployment or something for the upcoming steamroller this weekend. Oh, that is not sitting right. Why are you not sitting right? There we go. I had it backwards, that's why. I only like to sit there one way. Privateer did a really good job on this model. One more Tesla coil, and then unfortunately we're gonna have to assemble our mechanic dudes next time. I might jump on and do this again tomorrow. I have 1 unit of Avengers left to put together and a unit of Greylord Outriders, and then I have a whole whack load of Scorn stuff to put together, so there's going to be no lack of hobby hangout content for a while, so I hope everyone's enjoying it. There we go. Our Nemo 3, or Nemo 4 rather, is done. I want to just say thank you to everyone that took time to stop by our stream, or my stream rather. We got quite a lot done tonight. Full unit of Resolutes, minus the 2 arms that we're missing. 2 Thamarite Archons. And we got Nemo 3's battle engine. There it is again. Nemo 4's battle engine all done. So thanks to everybody that came out to watch, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.